Aaron McGrail Miller is the Milk Bank Manager for Henry Ford Jackson Hospital, and this is groundbreaking. It's the first in the system and only one of a handful of hospitals in the whole country that provides a milk bank.
Absolutely. We will be the second in the state of Michigan once we're accredited, and I believe the 31st in the country. So groundbreaking is right.
So this is a need already in the hospital. You have moms who aren't able to breastfeed as soon as the baby's born, and that's the primary purpose.
Absolutely. Generally speaking, breast milk is the best food for a newborn baby, and generally mom's own milk is the best option, but it's not always available. So when it's not available, pasteurized donor human milk then becomes the next best option for most babies, and it is currently being provided here in Jackson, but from a different milk bank, and we're very excited to start providing it here using our own resources.
So how do you get donors to a milk bank?
Well, that is what we're hoping to attract right now. I can tell you that the community is so supportive and so passionate. I have been emailed since I started back in September with people who are reaching out wanting to become donors. So we're continuing to try and build the donor volumes, but also right now we're in the accreditation process. So we can only accept a handful of donors to start testing the policies, procedures, documents, processes that we've been working on. Once we're fully accredited, we're excited to recruit as many donors as we can.
Well, with the formula shortage we had last year, this becomes critical, really, for the health of a baby.
Absolutely. I think the formula shortage really highlighted the need for options like donor human milk, and then also making it the safest possible by using a pasteurizer, by using the best practices, by testing that the donors and also the finished product. Every time we run a batch of milk, we will send one bottle to a food safety lab where they'll run tests to make sure that it is safe for the babies that later consume it.
And primary purpose is to take care of the babies while they're here at the hospital and all the other Henry Ford locations. Will the milk bank then be available for moms outside of the hospital?
That is our goal. Really, it's going to be dependent on the donors and how much milk they're willing to donate. We're going to start here in Jackson and to start providing it to our inpatients, but our goal is to expand throughout the system and to outpatient.
So you've got lactating moms, that's your target. So you've got them when they're delivering their baby, so hopefully they're going to come on board.
Absolutely. Anecdotally, I've heard from lactation consultants stories of moms who started out needing donor milk, who later ended up overproducing thanks to the amazing work that they did themselves and also with the support of our lactation consultants. And then they later went on to become donors themselves. So it's amazing just to see it come full circle.
And so obviously lactating moms, but are there some other requirements?
Yes, so there is a screening process which is mandated by our accrediting body, and the goal is to make sure that the milk is safe for babies. So we do some questionnaires, there's a brief verbal interview, there's some simple lab work which is paid for by the milk bank, and then we need the healthcare provider that the mom sees to sign off on her as a potential donor. Once we have all those materials together, we have a team that approves the donor, and then they're able to start donating.
And you have your own building. The whole thing is all the milk bank right here.
Absolutely, we're so blessed.
In order for the milk bank to be successful, we need milk bank donors, and Megan is actually a donor and a mom and an RN and a Henry Ford team member.
Yes, I am one of the lactation consultants at Henry Ford, Maine in Detroit. I have a 14-month-old at home, and I am very lucky and proud to be one of the first donors for the Jackson Milk Bank. I have been donating already to another milk bank in the area, but I am just very happy to be part of the process here at Jackson.
How important is it to have this available to moms in a community?
It is it's a life-giving thing for moms who have babies who are sick in the neonatal intensive care units at many different hospitals. And then also for moms in the community who would like to be able to provide breast milk for their babies, but for many different reasons are unable to do so.
And that's one of the things that new moms or moms-to-be get really panicked about.
Yes, definitely, and that is, as a lactation consultant, that is much of my job, reassuring moms that most of the time it does work out. Occasionally, for many different reasons, it doesn't necessarily work out, or if a baby is ill, and so having the donor milk available is an amazing thing. Physiologically, it is the healthiest option for many babies, and so having it available in the area is going to open up that service to many families.
Tish, it sounds like moms should be very excited about the milk bank, but I understand that your team, your nurses and all the labor and delivery people, maternal health people, they're really excited about this. Why?
The benefit of exclusive breastfeeding is tremendous, and breast milk compared to formula, breast milk is considered the gold standard. So if we can provide optimal nutrition, what's best for our babies, it'll lead to better outcomes for the babies and for their futures.
And I know we've talked a couple of times over the past year or so about the issues complicated by the formula shortage. When that kind of thing happens, it's panic time for a mom.
Absolutely, and we have heard some informal milk sharing, so we're happy to have the donor milk bank that has safe, pasteurized milk that's tested and safe for us to share with other babies from donor moms.
Well, it may take some time to discover what kind of impact this will have on the overall maternal and infant health of the community.
Yes, absolutely. Our goal is to improve infant and maternal health in Jackson County and throughout the United States, of course. That is something that is in need of attention, and we're hoping that this exclusive breastfeeding will help with that.
I was kind of surprised that this is only one of 8 hospitals in the whole country that has their own milk bank.
Yeah, absolutely. So that is true. And also just the second one in Michigan. It's super, super exciting to be the second and kind of innovative in that. And the 31st milk bank in the United States. So yes, very, very interesting and exciting about that.
Yeah, so it's a new concept, I think, for a consumer to understand that this is something available in a community.
Absolutely. For our community, definitely. Milk banks have been around for quite a while, but for our community, this is new and innovative and definitely exciting to share.
So those moms or moms-to-be in the community that would like to be donors, when will you start accepting applications?
So right now we're in our pre-qualification period where we are doing like some pre-donors, and these donors will help us to earn our accreditation. So we're actually accepting milk from some mothers in the community now. So if they would like to be a part of this pre-donor group, then they could contact the milk bank for that. And then we're hoping that we will be fully accredited and ready to accept milk maybe late April, early May. So we will keep you guys updated on that, but it won't be long.
Great. Congratulations on the opening of the new Henry Ford Health Milk Bank.